morning, everyone. Welcome to the video. Also, my hair is blue now, so that's cool. There's nothing really super crazy going on today, but I figured I've been trying to get better at just like filming when it's not like a super exciting day. It's just like another day of training. I feel like that's probably helpful. So today is a brick session. So we have a bike and then a run, obviously. So the bike is like an hour, 12 minutes, and then a 20-minute run afterwards. I have my phone right here, that's what I'm looking at. We're gonna get ready. I got the bike set up. Gonna get all my nutrition, and then it's straight into the ride. Alright, we're on the bike now, and man, like, I definitely need to do better at setting stuff up the night before, because it just, there's so many little things that you have to make sure are set up, at least for me. Like, I have to bring my bike over here, plug it in, make sure that's working, make sure I have all the clothes that I need because I'm doing a brick run, so I have my shirt, I have my shoes, make sure I have my headphones, my sunglasses, make sure like this is plugged in, make sure that I have my heart rate monitor on. Like, it just ends up make sure I mix all of my drinks. It just takes like time that I could be just riding in the morning, so I definitely need to work on that because it just gets frustrating sometimes. But we are riding now. This is gonna be a hard workout. Looking at it now, it's gonna be tough. So just gotta put my head down and get to work. Okay, so, this is really hard. So I have the last set here coming up of the 5 minutes. So it's 5 minutes at 290 watts, 10 seconds at 305, 10 seconds at 385, and 10 seconds at 415. That last set was really hard. Trying to stay positive, but man, these workouts are tough, man. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, easy day. It's freaking hard, man. It's really hard. But it's how you get better, right? That's what I tell myself, at least. You're not gonna get better if you're just doing it easy all the time. There's the time for things to be easy, but not always. Today is definitely not that day. Okay, here we go. We're done, at least with that part. We still got some sprints to do. Man, I really wasn't sure I was gonna be able to do that. Alright, so we have about a minute left, just doing the cool down, and then like I said, straight into a 20-minute run. Whew, that was a tough one. And I don't say that like to be like, just to act, you know, for the video. I'd be like, man, that was really hard, when it really wasn't that hard. I genuinely wasn't sure if I would be able to do it. Like, it was the third interval, so it was 4 intervals of the 5 minutes at 290 watts. I genuinely was like, I don't know if I could do this again. So I'm really proud of myself that I was able to push through, but it was freaking hard. Like, it was very, very difficult. Luckily, this run is just a nice, easy pace. It's not like, we're not really worrying about like the pace or anything like that. It's just about just getting off the bike, and again, just getting as used to running off the bike as you can, which I've gotten to a point now where I feel pretty confident because like I literally do it almost every bike ride now. But I mean, that's always good, right? But yeah, all in all, I'm very happy with how the bike ride went. And now, let's go run. Alright, so that was a really solid session. So like I said, it was only a 20-minute run, so there really wasn't anything super special. One thing, this is super random, and it's not sponsored at all. I paid for these things. But I feel like it's important. If you are watching these videos and you are doing similar types of training that I am doing right now, you're probably outside in the sun a lot, right? So I recommend that you take care of your skin. I know this is very random, but I recently got this stuff. It's called Super Goop. Again, not sponsored. It's called Super Goop. So what this is it's a moisturizer as well as sunscreen. I think this is SPF 40, so this is for your face. And then I also recently got this, which is a lotion as well as SPF, not FPS. That's a completely different thing. 50. SPF 50. So I've been putting this on every day as well. So I don't know, just something random. You should be taking care of your skin. If you're out in the sun a lot, make sure you put on sunscreen. 1, to prevent skin cancer, and 2, if you don't want to look like you're 50 years old when you are 25, I recommend doing that. But I'm about to go to the office. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Good morning, everyone. So it is the next morning, as you can obviously tell. I am actually going to be going on a run, which is nice because most of my training, whenever I run, as I've said many times, it's usually after the bike. So it's nice that it's just an hour-long, really easy run. So it's nothing super crazy. But I wanted to show you guys this is what I drink before I go on every single run pretty much now. Because my coach said that she doesn't want me running on an empty stomach, and I don't like to eat breakfast. So what I do is get a cup of water, and then I do 1 scoop of G1M Sport in the water bottle, and then I also do 1 scoop of In Focus in the water bottle. So basically, calories, electrolytes, things like that, energy, right? And I like to mix them. It's almost like it's like a pre-workout for running because there's nothing that makes your like face itch or anything like that. But I mix that up, and then also I want to show you guys. So whenever I go on a longer run, I make sure I bring this with me because of how much I sweat. So I fill this up with water on the way out. And it like connects to your hand, and so when I'm running, it's not like you're actually holding it because you literally can like let go of it, right? But it's just nice because you can have water with you, and then I just make sure whenever I'm running that I route my run to places that I know have like places that I can refill this, because I usually fill this up a few times because again I sweat so much, and then sometimes I kind of pour it over myself when it's hot because it's been getting hotter here. So I'm gonna go ahead, mix this up, change. I'm not gonna wear this on the run, and then we got an hour-long run today. So I'm changed to go on the run, and I had this thought that I kind of wanted to share what I wear specifically when I run to deal with my loose skin, right? I'm not sure how many of you guys have a similar problem, but for those of you guys that might be wanting to run and you feel like your loose skin is kind of holding you back, I just wanted to share you what I found that works for me. I've been doing this for years, so hopefully this helps you out. So first thing is you have to find compression clothing. So what I really like, this is not sponsored, but I really like to use stuff from Under Armour. I've had tons of their stuff. It's not too expensive, and it holds up for like literally years. So I highly recommend that. If you are going to get compression clothing, I recommend getting a size down, maybe even 2 sizes down. Like if you can try it on, I would suggest trying it on. It's going to feel kind of uncomfortable if you're not used to it, but the more that it's holding you in place, the more comfortable you will feel on the run, okay? So size down, maybe 2 sizes down. I normally wear a size like XL shirt, and a lot of my compression clothing, pretty much all of my compression clothing is a size medium. So that's 2 sizes down, but that's gonna be up to you to decide. But when it comes to bottoms, I usually wear compression bottoms, and what really helps me a lot is I pull them up really high. So this is like really high, right, up to my belly button. So I pull that up really high. The reason being is because most of my loose skin sits here in my abdomen, right? So the reason I pull that up really high, and I make sure that they're long, right? So you want to make sure that they're long enough because I want it to cover down to basically my knees, because again, I have the loose skin middle of my thighs, right? The inside of my thighs. So make sure that it's long enough to be able to pull up to your belly button, and then it goes down to your knees, right? So I have that. The reason I have that is because I wear a compression shirt, this is just an Under Armour shirt, right? So again, highly recommend Under Armour. But because then I pull this down over that, right? So there's 2 layers of compression there, right? And then you can wear whatever shorts you want, but then I pull the shorts up, and I always tie my shorts just because I hate when they fall down. But then I pull my shorts up, and then whatever shirt you want to put over your compression shirt, you honestly could. Sometimes I run without even like wearing something over it. But yeah, that's what I do. It's pretty simple and pretty self-explanatory, but I think a lot of people, at least a lot of dudes, if you're struggling with maybe having a little bit of loose skin and you want to go on runs and you feel like you can feel it moving, or even, you know, even women, like if you feel like you feel it moving and you don't mind wearing this much compression, it really does help a lot. And I've actually had a few people ask me questions like, well, when you do the triathlon, aren't you worried? And I honestly am not that worried because I have a triathlon suit that I've worn for brick sessions, so like a bike and a run, and it actually works fine because, again, it's meant to be really tight and it holds you in place. And so it really is pretty much like just wearing this to go on your run. So I haven't had any problems with that personally. But yeah, compression gear, if you've never tried it out for a run, I highly recommend you do so. Biggest tip is make sure you size down. If you can go to like a Dick's Sporting Goods or somewhere to try it on, see how it feels, I would recommend doing that. But with that being said, it's run time, baby. Alrighty, so we are a mile in. So whenever I do my easy runs, it's programmed as every mile stop for about 30 seconds and just kind of walk. So every mile, 30-second little walk break, just so your heart rate's under control and you're not like pushing too hard, because again, it's supposed to be an easy run, so make sure it's easy. Mile 2, done. Filled up my water bottle. Feeling pretty good. I don't really know my pace. I try not to really look at it. On the easy runs, I'm assuming I'm, about a third of the way into the run, considering if I'm doing like around 9-minute miles, something like that. So, feeling good. Let's keep it going. All right, so we're a little bit over 3 miles in. I ran a little bit further because I wanted to go to this bathroom because I had to go potty and then fill up my water again. But like I said, feeling great. We're about, just a little bit over halfway, so 30 more minutes. 5 miles in, we got about something like 10 minutes left, a little bit over 10 minutes. Feeling great. I mean, it's been a while since I've been able to run like this, just chill, not worrying about pace as much. Feels really good. Alrighty, and we are done with the run now. So now looking at my watch finally, so I ended up doing 6.65 miles, and my pace was actually 9:01 per mile, which is freaking crazy, considering like how easy it felt. Like it did not feel very difficult at all. So I'm really, really happy with that. Also, I was kind of like wondering, because I haven't worn a white shirt to work out in since I dyed my hair, and I was like, am I gonna have blue dye all over this shirt? But it looks like we're all good, so that's good. That was really nice. You wanna go outside? You wanna go on a walk? You wanna go outside? Huh? You wanna go outside? Yeah? Okay, we'll go. Alrighty, so today is just a really easy ride. So I already did like a 15-minute warm-up, and then the main set, it's like an endurance ride. So the main set is 10 minutes at 215 watts, 1 minute rest between all of these, and then 8 minutes at 230, 6 minutes at 245, 4 minutes at 260, and then some 4 sets of 30 seconds at 270 watts, 30 seconds at 140. So it's a relatively easy session today, just like getting miles in on the bike. I kind of wanted to come on here and like talk about that because I think a lot of people, it's hard not to, like when you show some sort of training, whatever it might be, but with like triathlon, you want to show like stuff that's exciting, like when you're making videos, you want the video to be exciting. So you want to try and share stuff that's fun. But like in all reality, this is what a lot of it is, you know? Just kind of here alone. Bailey's back there, but like just putting in the work. And the reason I share that is because I just have kind of talked about it before, and I don't want to come off as negative, but I do want to come off as realistic. Like, if you think it will be difficult for you to train alone a significant amount of the time, really think hard before you get into training for a triathlon. And I'm not saying you can't do it. If you're able to find people that will train with you, then there you go, problem solved. But I know for a lot of people, myself included, that's really hard. Finding people that are able to train with you, especially around your schedule, whatever that might be. So just word of the wise, just, you know, I just want people to understand. And like, obviously, if you're planning on just training to like finish a triathlon, especially if it's a sprint, you won't have to do nearly as much training as I'm doing. The reason I'm doing so much training is because it was a goal of mine to like finish strong. I wanted to do well, right? So I'm taking the training very seriously. I really try not to miss sessions. I really try to put my all into every single session, right? So it's like important that I do well for me. So if you're just like, I want to do a triathlon and I just want to finish it, especially if you're already relatively fit, like you could probably do a sprint with, you know, not that much training, considering if you can swim. If you can't swim, then you'll definitely have to get on that. But like, you know, I understand that I'm putting in a lot of training that most people maybe wouldn't do for their like first triathlon. But it's just important for me to do well for myself again, right? Not for anybody else. I don't care what anyone else thinks. In my head, I want to do well. But those are just some thoughts that's been kind of kicking around in my head. Trying to share what little knowledge I do have about triathlon, you know, like I get a lot of questions. People ask me like this or what should I do? And I'm like, I am literally learning every day. Like I'm not the person to ask. I'm making these videos to share my journey, and I'm not making them because I think I am some sort of expert on triathlon training, because I'm definitely not. So yeah, that just was going on in my head. So we're about 22 minutes in, 43 minutes to go. No run off the bike today, which is nice. So we'll be able to just clean up right after. All right, well, I will continue to look at the road.